Welcome back, guys. Luka Delić podcast. Luka loves my intros, so we're always going to do an intro. So sports, immediately with Luka Delić. Football. So, of course, many games happened. Many big highlights during the weekend happened. But I want to start with EPL, the Premier League. Of course, the greatest league in the world. The most powerful league. So, 20 games in, Liverpool 19 games in, are first, Arsenal second. Nottingham Forest are still third. Chelsea fourth, and Man City are sixth. And for Man U, they're 13th. So for the top scorers, Salah surpassed Haaland as a top scorer. He has 18 goals in 19 games. In the Premier League, that's crazy. To have that many games, that's almost one goal a game. Very close. Haaland has 16, still very good. And Salah is also the top assist maker in the league with 13 assists and 18 goals. So for Liverpool, especially for Salah, I feel like he's having a Ballon d'Or season. And I think if I have to put my money on who's going to win the next Ballon d'Or, I think it's Mohamed Salah.
Bro, I think that's a reach a little bit, man. Like he scores a lot of goals, a lot of assists, but I think it's just because he has such a good team behind him. I don't think you watch the matches like
he's the best player.
He's the best player in Liverpool.
He's the best player.
He's playing very good, man.
Yeah, he's the best player.
He's the best player in Liverpool.
Yeah, in the world right now, the best player.
I don't think so, man.
I think he's gonna win the Ballon d'Or because, first of all, of course, it's important how your team plays to be a contender for the Ballon d'Or.
But it's still early now. It's way too early.
Of course, 20 games in, 19 games in. But so far, of course, there's talks, Lamine Yamal, Mbappe, whoever, Rafinha also. But I feel like who else than Mohamed Salah could win the Ballon d'Or next year?
I mean, if it continues like this, it's going to be in the consideration for it for sure. But I don't think at the end of the year, if he's still going to be there, it's still early. We'll see how Liverpool goes, man. Liverpool are playing, they're the best team in England right now, in the Premier League. With Barcelona recent performance, man, I don't know who's the best team in the world, man. It's so close between Liverpool and Barca right now. I feel like if the Lords can bless us with Liverpool versus Barcelona UCL final, man, that would be the greatest game we can have this year, man.
Right now, that would be the best football you can watch. It's Barca versus Liverpool, because right now, Liverpool and Barca are the two most dominant teams in Europe. That's a fact. And I think Liverpool are maybe a bit more dominant because Barca and La Liga are third. So far, Liverpool are first. Barca and La Liga, yes, of course, what happened yesterday, the Super Cup final against Real Madrid, that was fucking crazy from Barcelona. A crazy fucking performance. But I still think if you take the whole of the season, the whole 20 games, I think Liverpool is a bit more dominant than Barca. But like you said, if we can have that final, that would be the greatest final of football right now, the best quality of football we have right now.
But you see Liverpool last game, they drew versus Man U 2-2. And tomorrow they're playing Nottingham Forest. That's going to be a good game. But I think they're going to beat Nottingham Forest. But yeah, man, Liverpool, they're playing so good. I heard the story recently about a fan who was talking about Arne Slot when he was at Feyenoord. Before he came to Feyenoord sucked. Mm-hmm. And when he came to Feyenoord became so good. And he was the star of that team. Even the fans knew a little bit similar to what's the name?
Mourinho at Porto?
No, the team... in Milan, but it's not Milan. It's Bergamo. The team in Bergamo, Atalanta. Mm-hmm. The star of the team is the coach, the old Italian guy. He's the star of the team.
It's the main player. Is that number 10? What's his name? I forgot his name.
Lookman. He's very good. Guy. Retegui.
Yeah, Retegui is the main guy.
But I mean, he's very I when I went to Italy this summer, I was talking to a guy who's fan of Atalanta, and when I talked about Atalanta, he said, "Yeah, our coach, we love the coach so much. They even painted a mural face of the coach in the city. They love the coach so much." And so what was I gonna say?
Talking about the coach being the main guy at Atalanta. And
I was Arne Slot with Feyenoord. Mm-hmm. Every Friday, there was a press conference of Arne Slot talking about the team, and every fan of Feyenoord was so excited to listen to that press conference, to listen to what he has to say. He's a genius at Arne Slot. But, man, and what do you think about Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk? They're free agents at the end of this year. Mm-hmm. Mo Salah, Van Dijk, and TAA are free agents at the end of the season. So I don't know,
TAA,
they haven't signed them yet.
TAA, he's young. If he's to leave Liverpool, it's for a club that's greater than Liverpool, so Real Madrid. There's talks of him going to Real Madrid with Alphonso Davies. There's been talks about Bellingham because there was a video of Bellingham with Alphonso Davies at a little baby concert during the Christmas break in Dubai or some Saudi Arabia, somewhere over there. And everyone's like, oh, Agent Bellingham, he's getting all these players. You know, he's talking with Alphonso Davies. He's having fun with him at concerts. He's chilling with him. TAA goes the same. So if TAA is to leave Liverpool, he's going to Real Madrid. He's still young. If, of course, this season is very important. If Liverpool win everything, the league and Champions League, and they beat Real Madrid, they beat Barca, they beat every team, maybe TAA will stay. But even if Liverpool win everything, Real Madrid remains a bigger team than Liverpool, right?
But you know that Real Madrid, like in the January transfer window, they sent a bid to Liverpool for TAA and they refused.
Of course, they're going to refuse.
But the way that Real Madrid framed it is, again, they say like, hey, TA is going to be free agent this year. So it's either now you take what we offer you or we sign him for free this summer.
If TAA wants to go to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Now, of course, that can happen. I feel like TAA, he's a Liverpool guy. He's born in Liverpool. He's raised in Liverpool. He's a Liverpool boy since he's young. That can play a big game, a big part in his choice later on. But, of course, even if Liverpool win everything, Real Madrid still remains Real Madrid, the biggest football club in the world. So maybe he will leave. Maybe he will stay. How I see it is it's very important what's going to happen this season.
It's still early.
Salah, I'm not sure how old Salah and Van Dijk are, but probably in their 30s.
Like they're not signing Mo Salah. I think he's leaving after this year, man. It's so crazy to think, but I think like they see that the end is near. I don't know because they won't give him an extension, and they even asked him like what's happening with that, and he said, I guess like they don't want me. Like I'm gonna give it my all for my last season, but it's gonna be that. So I don't understand. Like if you say like he has the most goals, most assists, he's playing his best year ever. Like, how come Liverpool aren't resigning him? And there has to be something that we don't know. Like,
of course, there's many things that can happen. But if I look at for me, Salah, he was never my type of player because he's a very robotic winger. But he gets the job done. He scores goals. He does assists. He does what he has to do. But he doesn't have that magic that, let's say, Neymar had or Jadon Sancho has right now or Cole Palmer or Lamine Yamal or even Rafinha. But he gets the fucking job done. That's what he does. And now he's 32. He's going on 33 in June. So he's gonna be 33 when he's supposed to leave from Liverpool. Maybe, like you said, there's some things we don't know about it. Maybe he wants to leave. He just doesn't want to say it. Maybe in his mind's like, you know what? I'm gonna give it everything I have my last year, and then after that go to Saudi Arabia and get my money in because I'm still young and I can get my money in.
I don't think he wants to leave. I think like I say, he played for Basel. He even played for Chelsea.
Yeah.
And at Liverpool, he's playing at his best. So I don't know why he would want to leave Liverpool. I don't think so. I think it's Liverpool. They want him out, but I don't understand why. But I guess like there's something inside the club. They're saying that Mo Salah needs to go, but. I'm excited to see, man, how this Champions League is going to play out, man. Barcelona and Liverpool, man, are the favorites. It's going to be cool to see.
I think, of course, those two are the favorites. But I think Real Madrid are always going to be favorites in the Champions League because right now they're also above Barcelona in La Liga. That's the thing. Because Barcelona right now, in the Super Club final that was yesterday, they dominated the shit out of Real Madrid. It was fucking disgusting. I never even, my wildest dreams thought that this outcome would be possible from Barca against Real Madrid. But I was wrong, especially when Real Madrid scored the first goal. I wasn't very shocked because the goal, it was not lucky, but it's like, he made a foul. I think it was on Pedri. They didn't call it a foul. He took the ball, counter-attack, boom, goal. But after that, bro, Barca went fucking crazy on them, bro.
They dissected them, bro.
Crazy.
Even Koundé and Balde, man, they're so good as fullbacks, man. Koundé and Balde, bro, they're all underrated, bro. They're so good, man.
But for what I think that Szczesny blew a possible fucking 8-1 lead. If Szczesny wouldn't have got any red card and would have stayed in goal.
What happened at the red card? I missed it.
Mbappe was alone against Szczesny. Szczesny got out of his goal to try to stop him, and he touched his leg and he fell. That was a red card.
Okay.
But like I said, I feel like Szczesny blew a possible fucking 8-1 lead because they were going fucking crazy. And I couldn't believe my eyes. It was goal after goal. And even when there wasn't a goal, they were dominating the shit out of Real Madrid in the middle of the field. And for Real Madrid, what I saw that game, their biggest problem is their midfield. They don't have a creative midfielder. They don't. Like I said once, they're all one-dimensional. They're the same type of midfielders. Camavinga, Valverde, and Bellingham. None of them are creative midfielders like Luka Modric. They're missing a Luka Modric. You have Camavinga who can run and defend box to box. Valverde the same. And Bellingham who stays more up front, but he's the same type of player as them. Maybe less defensive, but still he's a workhorse. He runs box to box. They need a Luka Modric.
No, I know, man. They were getting killed, man. But Barcelona, they have such a good team, man. Gavi... There was Marc Casado. He's very good, Marc Casado.
Sensational. He's very, very fucking
Gavi,
good.
Pedri, Casado, Koundé, Balde, man. They have like,
they're all good.
It's only like their second center back because they have Pau Cubarsí, who's very good, and then they play Inigo Martinez. But they also have Ronald Araujo that came in the same part.
Araujo isn't the best. He's not the best. Mbappe fucking dissected him once, bro, with the Zidane roulette, bro.
But look, you have Koundé, Balde, and Cubarsí, and then you have Araujo. I feel that's very good. In the middle, man, Gavi, Pedri, Casado, and in the front, man, Rafinha. Lamine Yamal and Lewandowski, man, they're cooking right now like crazy.
Of course.
It's just they're gonna have to find a replacement for Lewandowski soon. They need to go hard on Leao or Nico Williams. That's what I feel like.
For a striker.
But
they don't play
not
striker.
A striker, but I don't know, man. Like, fuck, it's gonna be hard to find a striker.
Yeah, because Rafinha isn't going anywhere. Rafinha, he proved it game after game, and against Barcelona, he was one of the best players, if not the best player at Barcelona. He fucking destroyed Real Madrid, Rafinha. Rafinha is fucking sensational. Lamine Yamal with his goal was fucking Messi-esque. That was fucking sensational. Lewandowski.
And he hit the Mbappe celebration after he scored.
Lewandowski is sensational. The middle of the field, all young and very good. Pedri, Gavi,
just
Casado.
Lewandowski that's old.
Just Lewandowski, of course.
I don't know how they're gonna replace him. It's hard to find a striker, man.
I mean, it's hard to find anyone who's at that level, but they're gonna find someone because when you're the best team, the best players want to play for you. Also,
like let's say hypothetically, who's that number 9 that they're gonna find?
By Julian Alvarez, why not him? Because we're talking hypothetically.
He just came to Atletico Madrid. I don't think they're gonna.
Why not? Barca is way bigger than Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like he likes playing at Atletico Madrid.
But I feel like if Barca was to hand him a deal, to offer him something, I think he would choose it.
Okay, but do you think realistically next year Alvarez could play?
Right now we're talking hypothetically, so I have to go far-fetched.
Let's say like a realistic signing that they can go get for number 9.
Okay, well, you tell me.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's so hard to find a good number 9.
Yeah. It's always hard to find a good number 9 because I can name you a lot of number 9s, but they're not as good to play for Barca.
I know, but I'm trying to think, like, can Lewandowski still play like this next year?
Not as good.
Yeah, he's gonna start to get older because it goes quick. Like until you're 35, it's okay, but then it goes like, man, it goes quick. Even you saw Ronaldo, man, he was great, and then he sucked so quick. Because when you get older, man, it goes down quick. Like next year is not gonna be that good, and I don't know. Like they have Ferran Torres. Is Ferran Torres a true number 9?
Oh yeah, well, a Spanish number 9. He's a Spanish number 9.
Yeah, it could be Ferran Torres, but it won't be as good.
They can find because Barca never had a true number 9. Never.
Now they have Lewandowski, who's a true number 9.
Now they have Lewandowski, but they can change. They can still have another false 9, let's say, who doesn't have to be the same. He can play number 9, but it doesn't have to be the same type of player as Lewandowski. But he can still play number 9. Alvarez is a bit different.
He's going to be a free agent, but I don't think Gyökeres is a good fit.
He'll never go to Barca. He's a different type of player. It won't fit with Rafinha and Yamal because Rafinha and Yamal, they're your 2 stars.
I know, but man, you need to find a striker.
Yeah, they'll find one. Don't worry. I mean, right now we're talking hypothetically, like who
because
can,
they have a lot of wingers. Dani Olmo winger, Fermin Lopez winger.
Well, Dani Olmo is more like offensive midfielder.
Yeah, offensive midfielder, but a true number 9, they don't have one. It's gonna be hard to fill that spot in.
They're gonna find someone like we're saying, Barca. That's one of their problems. But right now, the way they're going, they're fucking amazing. I mean, their performance against Real Madrid and just in general during this season was phenomenal. A very young team, like I said, teenagers traumatizing European teams with men in them. Fucking Yamal is 17. Pedri, Gavi can be more than 22, 23. You have Cubarsí who's 17. Rafinha is 27. He's just entering his prime. I mean, Koundé, Balde, they're young. What I would like is to find a better goalkeeper.
They have a great core, man.
An amazing core.
They have an amazing core.
Find a better goalkeeper. Szczesny isn't the man.
Ter Stegen.
He's getting older also. They need a better number 9.
Is he good? He's okay.
it's Barca. They should find someone better, in my opinion, than Peña. They need to change Lewandowski, not now, but in the near future.
In the next year.
The near future, need to find someone else.
But they're gonna sign long-term Gavi, Pedri, and Lamine, man. That's huge, man.
Of course, even
That's
Rafinha.
huge.
Of
Even
course.
Rafinha.
Of course. Rafinha's like 27, 28. He can play until 33 in his peak.
Yeah.
33, 34.
Man, they're gonna be so good in these next years.
And Rafinha as a winger, he's a lefty and he plays on the left wing, not because he wants to, but because there's Yamal in the right wing, and he's also a lefty, and he's like, yeah, no problem, put me left winger. No problem, I'm a lefty, no problem. Put me attacking midfielder, no problem. Put me right winger when Yamal gets off and he goes in the right wing, no problem. Rafinha is fucking sensational.
He's the captain. He's captaining Barcelona.
Well,
man.
he fucking should. Because out of all these amazing players, no, it's not Lewandowski.
No, in the Super Copa,
He was the captain.
It was Rafinha, then it was Araujo.
He deserves it because Barca
He's
is a young
captaining
team.
Barca, bro.
Barca's a young team, and out of all these young players, Rafinha's at the top level, and he's older than all of them.
Yeah.
So it makes more sense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Yamal shouldn't be captain.
No,
even
he's
if
too
maybe
young.
He's too young.
He's gonna be.
Of course.
Time.
Eventually, he's going to be the captain, and he's going to be the fucking star of Barcelona. Hopefully, he stays at Barcelona and nothing happens in the future.
He's gonna stay. He's gonna
No, but you never know. I'm
yeah.
saying, in the future, maybe...
Yeah, you don't know.
Who knows, Maybe he's going to end up being like a Neymar. Money. I'm going somewhere else.
Yeah, you don't know.
I mean, who would have thought that Neymar would have left Barcelona the way he left? I would have thought Messi's leaving, he's going to be the star. But he loves money. He loves fame. He wanted to be also the king somewhere else. Many things can happen. But hopefully, as Barca fans, Lamine Yamal stays at fucking Barcelona. He develops this relationship like Messi developed with Barcelona, and he becomes the main guy at FC Barcelona.
But you see, like, Rafinha has been a revelation for Barca, and like Man City, they were struggling. Like, I knew that they weren't gonna struggle like that for long. Like, they lost like 10 games in a row or something like that. They were winless in a lot of games. But man, you know what's been a revelation for Man City, man? I've been watching these last games. Bro, Savinho has changed the team.
Yeah.
He changed the team.
Savinho is fucking amazing.
He changed the team, bro.
He keeps assisting Haaland. He's the main guy right now assisting Haaland. His dribbling is fucking phenomenal. He's a winger and so creative. And I wanted to add that in this day and age, to still have a winger who's that creative, who's that magic, it's fucking rare. And Savinho is fucking sensational, bro.
He's so good.
He's good, man.
Yeah, he's so good, man. Like, Man City now, they're playing very good. But you know what changed? They put Grealish on the bench and they put Savinho always starting now. And also they have like that young guy, McAtee. He's a young up-and-comer too. So they have Phil Foden, Savinho and McAtee playing in the middle, man. That changes a lot. And also, I think Kyle Walker, he said that he wants to leave. I think that's good. Like, I think it's good for both Man City and for Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker, man, he did everything for Man City. Man City, they needed him to win all the trophies that they won. But now Kyle Walker can go to AC Milan, Inter Milan, Juventus. He can go to another good club. He's not done. He's still a very, very good player. But I still just think for like Man City level, Grealish and Walker leaving, I think that's the good thing. And having fucking Savinho starting like permanent, I think that's a good change. And also they went to go get the first Uzbekistan player. Did you see that? Kushanov.
No.
He's like a Uzbekistan player. He's like a center back.
That's not important. What's important with Man City right now, because their defensive line is very shaky, that's not good. What's good for Man City right now is Foden is playing amazing. People hate on him, but he's fucking sensational right now, Foden. He's playing really well.
You laughed like it did.
No, because you're going on just citing stuff. But like I'm saying, Savinho is fucking phenomenal right now. And what's also that Foden, people hate on Foden, but Foden is amazing. And I don't know where the hate comes from.
He had a shaky beginning of his season. I was watching, he wasn't playing good, man.
But Man City weren't playing good. It's not like he wasn't playing good. Man City weren't playing good. Jack Grealish, he's always been an overrated English player. Always. Because he's English, because he's a pretty boy, because he fits the perfect image for an English player. But he's always been overrated. Savinho's always been way better than him.
When I cite stuff, I don't understand.
No, because you're going on and on, then...
I just said one thing that I cited.
No, then you're saying Kyle Walker, but I wanted to stick with Savinho. Stick with...
Sure.
Because we can also add Doku. Because, yes, Kyle Walker is leaving, but
Doku too, yeah.
Kyle Walker hasn't been starting for many games now, so it's not like he's leaving. Yes, of course, but he of course he's a legend of the team. But right now for Man City, they need to look for the future. Of course, Savinho is going to be one of their main guys. There's also Doku. We can't forget Doku because Jeremy
Doku. The
Doku.
defensive line is rough, but they say that the Kushanov guy is very good, man.
We need to see it.
Well, we need to see it, but I don't know. He plays for like a Reims team, team in fucking France who no one knows. But this, like, if Man City signs him, and I think is good. Like,
well, Man City signed Grealish for a lot of fucking money. They gave him
he was
number
good
10.
in the beginning.
He was all right.
I think it was very good.
He was all right, just as much as Maguire was always all right. But I mean, people who make those type of decisions, they don't know everything about football. They can make a lot of mistakes.
Oh, of course.
And they made one with Grealish, because Grealish, first of all, they gave him the number 10. I mean, Grealish wearing the number 10 at Man City is kind of crazy. Thinking there's De Bruyne, there's fucking Foden, there's Doku right now, and there's Savinho, and he's wearing number 10. And of course, numbers aren't that important, but still. So for Man City, I feel like their defensive line isn't the best. And also Gvardiol, I feel like he's more offensive than defensive. Maybe he should play more like a left midfielder than a left back. And of course, like I said, Savinho is one of the
he's changing the team, because I was watching these last games and Man City are winning and playing good, and the only reason why, man, it comes all from him, and he's playing like crazy good.
I wouldn't say all. I mean, Haaland surprised me a couple of times that when he dribbled past players. To see Haaland dribble, that's
I know, but
that's
I
always
feel
gonna
like
surprise
he
me.
unlocked the slump, Savinho. Putting him in, it unlocked the slump.
Phil Foden also is playing way better. So, I mean, there's also that. De Bruyne is always going to be phenomenal. Rodri, the fact that he's missing, that has a big impact in Man City. And when he'll be back, Man City will be back.
It's going to change a lot, of course.
A top fucking team. Of course, Grealish, like I said, Grealish should have never started for Man City. And he should never start again. And they should even kick him out.
He's gone.
They should kick him out. He's maybe even close to 30 right now. He's probably like 28. They don't need him. Doku's amazing. Savinho's amazing. Phil Foden. I mean, Man City, of course, they are a bit shaky, but...
There's one guy they need to go get. If they get that guy, they're going to be back to top form. And if they can go get Florian Wirtz...
No, but there's too many of those type of players. You have Savinho, Foden, Bernardo Silva, Doku. I mean...
I think... But
I wouldn't go get him.
He can replace like the spot of Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, but De Bruyne is like 30.
Wirtz. Like 32, 34.
Yeah, maybe 30. Yeah, he could.
He's getting older.
But I think he still has one or two seasons. I don't really see Florian Wirtz playing for Man City.
I do, man. I don't know why I do. I do see him playing and doing a big impact.
Because if De Bruyne was to leave, let's say he was to leave, I think that Foden could easily take his place. And Savinho's there, because when you think about it, there's one offensive midfielder, two wingers, and one striker. And the rest, then you need also Rodri. You can't just have four creative like Foden and Savinho and Wirtz. I think there's also that for Man City.
No, of course not. Did you see the recent news that Kvaradona is going to PSG?
Kvaradona is going to PSG?
Yeah.
I didn't see that, but I mean... Kvaradona at PSG.
I would have also taken Kvaradona at Man City, man. That would have been good too.
I mean, what's the point of taking Kvaradona to Man City? He's a left winger. Who's gonna take the place of Doku and Savinho? Savinho may be right winger, but
not a good fit.
No. I mean, that's too many same players at Man City. That would be like, it's good. They're all amazing, but the same team, that's too much.
But he's leaving Napoli to go to PSG. What do you think about that?
He should stay at Napoli. Napoli are better than PSG, I'm sure.
It's a better club.
And also at Napoli.
It's a cooler club.
It's a cooler, and right now Napoli...
in a better league also.
Yeah, right now, of course. Serie A is the third best league.
Yeah.
PSG, Ligue 1 is the worst league out of the top 5. And also at PSG, there's Barcola, who's amazing as a left winger. And you have Dembele, who plays right winger. So I don't know, maybe Kvaradona could play like offensive midfielder. Or maybe Barcola is leaving, because Barcola should leave. Just like Leao. Leao shouldn't stay at AC Milan. He should leave. He's way too good for AC Milan.
I feel he's going to stay there again. I don't know why.
Leao, yeah. He said it once, maybe like a podcast or interview, I'm not sure. He said he feels too comfortable at AC Milan. That's like his team.
Okay.
Puma
he's
gave
the top
him
dog there.
the top dog. And he also said, I don't want to play in England because it's too cold over there. In Italy, it's less cold.
Yeah.
So there's also environment. Maybe he likes Italian culture more than
he can go
English
to Barcelona
culture.
Then, man.
I mean,
That would be good.
He should, but there's Rafinha. So I would say, you know what, Leao, thank you, but we have Rafinha. We don't need you. We have Rafinha.
So he's going to stay at AC Milan then?
Because he could play at Barca and be probably the best player over there because he's older than Yamal. He could be probably the best player because Leao, he's fucking sensational. He's amazing. But you have Rafinha. And right now, Barca aren't looking for wingers. Like we said, they should find a number 9 and a goalkeeper.
You know who also at Napoli is playing so good? He played for Man U.
McTominay.
McTominay, man.
playing really fucking
He's
well
playing
for
really
Napoli.
good, man. He should have stayed at Man U, man.
No,
Fuck.
it's good that he left because Man U, when he was playing at Man U, he played a bit of different role. At Man U, he's more like a box to box. Don't get too creative, just do the workload. But at Napoli, he came more creative. And actually, it suits him better. I never would have thought that of McTominay.
No,
but
me neither.
at Napoli, he's playing really well.
Yeah, he's playing
the
really well.
fans love him very much. And I think he just feels good at Napoli.
Yeah, sometimes we always try to like build up like these big clubs and big names, and we try to get all the best players at the biggest clubs. But sometimes it's good to have like Napoli good. It's good. Maybe it's good for the sport that Leao stays at AC Milan. It's maybe good for the sport that Quaradona like just doesn't go to the best team, goes to PSG, or could have said it even at Napoli. Like it's good that we have like our best players spread out. You know, we don't need to concentrate it all at the same you cannot
The same
just
team
like,
or the same
exactly.
league, whatever.
Like,
Yeah.
you don't want to have like a Barca or Man City to have all the best players. Like it's cool to have very good players at other teams too. Like it's cool that Son stays at Tottenham.
Yeah.
Even if Tottenham they're not good, it's cool that they have Son. You know, it's cool. It's cool that there's like parity in football.
No, I agree. And also, not only that it's cool and that it makes the sport better, like you said, but also we have many past results that it doesn't always work just putting the best players together. PSG, Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, it didn't work. And PSG
They didn't have a team around them also.
Of course they had Verratti, they had Sergio Ramos, they had many players who were very
Sergio Ramos
sensational.
was older.
No, he was the same age as Messi. Same age
but
as
they
Messi.
were older.
No, but still, they had. What I'm saying is, they went with the mentality of let's put the best players together. That's why they went to get Sergio Ramos. They didn't go just for fun. They said, he's the best center back right now. Bring him to me. We'll give him the money. Messi also. They put Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe at that team. At that time, that team on paper was the best team.
Look, it wasn't.
And it didn't work.
It wasn't that long ago that Messi went to PSG, bro. But he should have never went, bro.
Yeah,
he
of course.
He went to Miami straight, man. Because
No, he was too young.
When you think about that
too
now,
young.
Messi to PSG, that was so stupid, man. That was such a waste of time.
It wasn't. What do you mean?
No, I feel like it's like a.
He had to leave Barca.
I know, but in like
Where
20
to-
years, we're gonna see Messi in a PSG. We're gonna see that's a lag.
No, I know, but Barca, they
I
couldn't sign him back.
know.
No, but
He had to go somewhere. I
Yeah.
understand, but it's like, did you know that Michael Jordan played for the Chicago White Sox?
that's a baseball.
Yeah, but like when you see him in the uniform, it looks weird. I don't know why.
That's
It's gonna
more.
be the same as Messi in a PSG shirt.
That's more extreme. That's way more extreme than the same sport but
I
a
just
different
feel
team.
like in 10, 20 years, we're gonna look back
yeah.
at Messi at PSG and say that was stupid.
I understand. Now, let me finish what I'm trying to say. When he played for PSG, he was way too young to go at MLS. Way too young.
But like 1 or 2 years too young. How many times was it? How much season was it at PSG? One,
like 2-3 seasons.
two
Yeah.
seasons.
2 seasons. But that was still, he was way too young to go Inter Miami. Why would he leave? When he left Barca,
Should
he
have
was
went
what?
to Man City then. Fuck, man.
I know,
Fucking
but
PSG.
I know, but he can't just. I mean, if Man City didn't have the money to sign him, if they couldn't reach an agreement with him, then PSG they went after him, and PSG made sense. Neymar was there, and Messi and Neymar they go together very well.
I understand, but I just feel like in 10, 20 years, we're going to look back and say that it was stupid. I understand that's what happened, that it had to be there, but it was just stupid.
Of course, but what was stupid?
Even now, imagine Messi in a PSG shirt, it doesn't feel right. It still doesn't sit right.
But what was stupid was not him going to PSG. It was just him leaving. That was stupid.
Yeah,
he should have just stayed at Barcelona and then stay 2-3 more seasons and then go
Why
to
couldn't he
Inter
stay and
Miami.
just take the biggest pay cut in the world?
Where?
He could have played for. He could have said, "I'm gonna play for $0. Who cares?" When he's so rich, why couldn't he stay at Barcelona? Why did they have to kick him out?
They didn't kick him out. They didn't have the financial means
Monies to pay
him again.
Okay.
They didn't have the financial means.
I would have just said, "Fucking, I'm gonna play by free, man. Who gives a shit, man? He's already the richest guy in the world, man."
Who's gonna do that? What do you mean? No one's gonna do that.
No, but I know, but we're just talking shit right now. But he could have just stayed for fucking $1 million per year. Who cares, man? Just to finish his career at Barcelona, man.
No, but
maybe there was something between him and the owner. I don't know.
No, Barca they didn't have the financial means to sign him literally on paper and for him to be eligible to play.
I know,
for
but
Barca.
they couldn't cut other players or something like that,
No,
or
I
he couldn't
mean-
take a pay cut or something.
Believe me, if they could have, they would have, but they couldn't. That's why they
I
didn't.
feel like, man.
That's why he went to PSG. And at the beginning, I thought he was going to go to Man City, join Pep Guardiola, and Man City is more his style of play. But I don't know what happened there. They didn't sign him. So he went to PSG, which also made sense because Neymar was there. Why not? There's Neymar and Mbappe. You would have thought Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. But of course, Mbappe fucked it all up, like I said many times. And that's why he left. But of course, if he would have stayed, I never would have thought Messi to leave Barcelona. That was the thing that surprised me the most. was Messi leaving Barcelona, but fucking their president fucked shit up and their board fucked up some things. That's what happens.
Yeah.
And also, like we said in the Premier League, Nottingham Forest being third. I watched their games, and first of all, I want to start off by giving respect to them, praising them, saying congratulations because you guys right now are third. They're playing a very good offensive style of football, very offensive and decisive. When I watch their games and then when I watch their highlights, I'm surprised that they play so well. And they have Gibbs White, the number 10, who's probably their best player. He's playing really well with the likes of Anthony Alanga, who's also playing very well on the wing, and Hudson Odoi. The team is really good. I'm surprised, and I'm giving them their flowers.
It's not just a fluke. There's a reason that they're third in the league.
They're playing well, man. They're playing really well. With those three players, like I said, Gibbs White playing in the central offensive midfielder role. Then you have Hudson Odoi in the left wing and Anthony Alanga. When you watch them play, it's always the same type of goals.
Are they all English players? Hudson Odoi and Gibbs White, they're English players?
I think they're English, but Anthony Alanga, I'm not sure where he's from. I'm not sure.
Is it the coach? Do they have a good coach? No, I haven't followed them a lot.
Yeah, of course. I started following them because I'm like, what the fuck's happening? They're third now and we're 20 games in.
Yeah.
So what's happening? When you watch them play, you always see the same style. It's very offensive, quick, decisive, and it's those three players that play really fucking well together. They connect really well, and they're all three of them are very technical and good. That's why they connect so well.
By the end of the year, they can still be in the top four?
I think they can easily finish in the top four. I think if they can do like this.
Chelsea. What's the top four now? Like Liverpool, Arsenal, Nottingham, and Chelsea.
Liverpool, Arsenal, Nottingham, and Chelsea. Yeah, okay. Newcastle are fifth. Man City sixth. But Man City, I'm surprised if they don't
crack
finish.
the top four. Man City, they're playing really good now.
I think they could because we still have 18 games left.
Yeah, I think they can crack the top four.
I mean, and they have to, bro, because Man City not finishing fourth in the Premier League.
I think Man U is battling not to get relegated, man, this year, Man U.
No, I don't think so. Not get relegated.
I think they turned the corner now in their last game versus Liverpool 2-2, and they played really good. But, man, I think for me, you keep just Ahmad and Garnacho, and all the rest you kick out. That's my opinion. No one is safe except Ahmad and Garnacho in my head.
No, it cannot happen like that because once you kick them out,
tell me players you would keep.
Again, but this is the thing. Let's say you kick them all out.
No.
Who do we go get?
You don't kick them all out.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, like they don't have like top quality good players. Like I feel like.
Of course, I agree, but how I see it is right now. Let's say they want to get better players. They cannot go and see Barca, give me Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal will never go to Man United. Give me Rafinha. He'll never go there. Pedri Gavi will never go there. There's no player they can get from Chelsea. There's no player they can take from Man City. I mean, they have to do what they can.
No, I know.
And right now,
it's going to be a long rebuild, I feel like.
Of course.
If they want to get good.
Every rebuild.
The only players that I like is Ahmad and Garnacho.
Garnacho's playing very well.
Even Garnacho, like he could be more consistent, but Garnacho, when he has more goals and assists than Saka this year. And people hate on Garnacho so much, man, but he plays good.
No, Garnacho is the best player at Man United. They should build around him, and he's their star. And he's like 20 years old. I'm pretty sure he's 20. He's their main player. They should build around him. They can have like Garnacho on the winger, who's the main guy. Then you can have Kobe Mainoo in the middle of the field.
Yeah,
you can have Ahmad again.
Yeah, you can keep Kobe Mainoo too.
You can keep Bruno Fernandes again.
Bruno Fernandes, man, sometimes you hate him, sometimes you love him, man.
He's good, but at the end of the day, if you kick him out, you cannot go get someone else because you're Man United. Not everyone wants to play for Man United right now. So they need to build what they have, build it to their best potential, get the best players out of it, build around Garnacho, and then hopefully when they do get better, when their perception is changed, when they change their perception how people see that club, because right now how you see Man United is they have a huge history, they're a huge club, but right now they're not who they were. So you need to change their culture in a way, not change it, but just regain the culture they once had. And start winning and finishing top 4 to play in the Champions League. Because if you're Man United, you have to finish in the top 4. You have to.
And it's not this year, maybe not even next year.
This year, it's impossible. There's no way. Come on. I mean, Chelsea are way better than them. Arsenal are better than them. Liverpool, I don't even have to say it. They're way better than Man United.
Even Man City are way better than them.
Man City are playing better than them. Nottingham Forest are playing better than them. They don't have better players, but they're playing better.
Yeah, they're playing better.
They're playing better. So I don't see them finishing fourth in the top 4 this season. Man United. Of course, they changed the coach. It's still recent. I mean, we still have to let a lot of time pass by to see what can actually happen with him. But I think he was better than Ten Hag. Pretty sure.
Nah, he's better than Ten Hag.
He's better than Ten Hag. But still, Man United is a dumpster fire right now. Like if we're being honest, it's a fucking dumpster fire. They're not even top 10 right now. They're 12th, I think. But like you said, Garnacho, I think, is their best player, and they should build around Garnacho for Man United.
And I think that Amorim is the coach for the future, man. I listen to his press conferences. I like it a lot, man. He's very he's like very honest when he talks, huh? Like he's not saying like stupid shit. He's not like saying like fluffy stuff like that looks good or looks like whatever. He just says it how it is.
He's real.
And he's really very real and honest, and I appreciate that. And I think people in Man U like that a lot too. So
of course, like
I think that's good.
I think especially for Man U, that's very important because if you want to fix a problem, first you must admit that there is a problem, right?
And say it how it is. Say it like we fucking suck, and it's gonna take a lot of time before we're good. And
that's how it is. Because if you have a problem and you don't want to face the reality of it, if you want to say, "But no, you know what? We're Man United. We'll find our ways. Whatever." It won't work because there's a clear problem at Man U for the past 12 years. There's a clear problem. So I think that's good that they find a man like him who comes in there and says, "You know what? I'm gonna be honest. We have problems. We gotta change." And then you have to be optimistic. You know what? Amongst all these problems that we have, amidst all of these problems, there's hope, and we can become better in the future. And I think Garnacho is maybe their solution.
Maybe we'll see. Also, Ahmad.
Ahmad is also really good.
They signed him until 2030. That's very good.
There's also Kobe Mainu. Bruno Fernandes also, like you said.
Sure.
I mean, it's Man United right now.
But Højlund and the striker, he can leave, man. The defense, they can kick that all out, man. Even Onana, man, he's making crazy mistakes, man. They can even kick him out, man.
I mean, of course, you want to have, if you're Man U, you want to have better players, but they cannot go get other players, the best players, as easily as they once could have. Right now, if they want to go get Kubarsi, there's no way they're getting him, right? Kubarsi isn't fucking leaving Barca. Or whoever else. Like, Alphonso Davies isn't going to Man United. There's no way. Or whoever else.
Lenny Yoro, that's very good in defense. The French player. But
Man United. And now I want to go into Chelsea.
Yeah, go.
Chelsea, similar to Barca, like I already said. Very young players. They have a bright future. And like I said, it's especially, I really love Jadon Sancho. I said it already. But Jadon Sancho, because he reminds me of, like Savinho. He's those type of wingers that recently, there's not a lot of those type of wingers. And I like when wingers are like that, creative, risk takers, especially risk takers. Now wingers take less risks, but wingers were always known as the type of players who take the most risks. They're like the creative players, and they dribble, and if they lose the ball, it's okay.
They lost it. Yeah, they tried. Yeah.
Like those are wingers, and Sancho is like that. Of course, Palmer is the main guy. He's him. At Chelsea, he's the main guy. Yeah.
But I feel like Savinho, man, he's the closest thing we have to fucking
Neymar.
Ronaldinho, man. Fuck. Or
Ronaldinho, yeah. I mean, yeah.
But he's the closest thing we have to him because
Neymar?
But yeah, man, he has that same type of dribbling as Neymar and Ronaldinho, bro.
I mean,
like when he touches it, bro, it's like silky smooth, bro. It's crazy smooth.
He'll never be as good as them.
He'll never be as good, but
never, ever. Because Neymar and Ronaldinho, especially, I mean, Ronaldinho, it's out the talks. Like he's on the same level as Messi and Maradona. That's like, let's not even talk about him. But Savinho right now, I feel like the best creative wingers, like the best players right now, you have Savinho. You have Cole Palmer. You have Lamine Yamal. You have fucking Rafinha. Salah is one of the best players, but he's not a creative winger. He's not like a fucking, he touches the ball and you're like, holy fucking shit, I'm going to fall in love with football. He's not that type of player, Salah.
Another winger that I like a lot when I watch a Super Cup, man, Rodrigo.
Rodrigo
underrated. Is better than Vini, bro.
Yeah, I know he is.
For me, Rodrigo is better than Vini, man.
Rodrigo underrated.
Super Cup, bro. Rodrigo plays way better than Vini.
And
he's way better with the ball, man. Vini, he's just like he's like robotic a little bit.
He's like Salah.
He's like Salah.
He gets results.
He's robotic, man.
Vini, every time he got the ball on the left wing, I'm like, look, he's not gonna dribble anyone.
Yeah,
he doesn't dribble anyone.
Yeah. But Rodrigo, he's smooth with it, man.
He's very good with it. Salah, I feel like it's Vini. He gets the results. He's a winger. He scores his goals, does his stats, whatever. But he's not a type of winger that you're gonna fall in love with. Like with Messi or Neymar or whoever. Yeah. And not only that, people hating on Mbappe. He's the best player at Real Madrid. He's the best player at Real
But
Madrid.
he's not playing that good, man.
Against Supercopa España, he was the best player for Real Madrid.
Yeah, he was the best player, but I think
The
the
best
whole
player.
team just wasn't playing good.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Real Madrid.
Rodrigo, man, you can even say Rodrigo was playing the best, man.
Rodrigo and
Oh,
Mbappe.
he was playing very good.
Rodrigo and Mbappe. They're the two best players at Real Madrid.
Better than Vini, man.
Especially Rodrigo, you know how everyone put Rodrigo a lot to the side. There's like, oh no, it's Mbappe, it's Vini, and it's Bellingham, like their main guys. But Rodrigo is there.
He's super good, man.
Rodrigo is there. I mean, he's amazing.
Yo, Brazil in 2026 are gonna be good, man.
course.
Savinho, Rafinha, and
Like I
Rodrigo.
said, remember when you're like, oh, I don't see Brazil, but Brazil, they're always gonna be sensational, and they're always gonna be the team with the most World Cups because they're just producing players. It's not even normal.
But I don't know, like I would like to see like the squad, like the full national team squad of Brazil. I'm curious
Think
to
about
see
it.
like all the players that they
Savinho,
have.
Vini, Rodrigo, Rafinha. It's fucking amazing, bro. But they're all the same type of player. That's the thing. Right now, if you think about it, who can play midfielder for Brazil, like a main midfielder?
That's why I'm curious.
They don't. They don't have like a main.
But that's why I'm
five-star
curious. Like they
midfielder.
must have like players that we're forgetting about.
In the middle of the field,
goaler, they have Ederson. That's great.
it's amazing.
Defense, they have Marquinhos.
Old.
Outfield. Why outfield players? World Cup Carnival, FIFA World Cup. Alisson Becker, and Ederson. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
the two best keepers
In the
probably in
defense,
the world.
you have Danilo. Marquinhos is 30. Not Daniel Alves. Eder Militao, 26.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's gonna start.
Casemiro. Casemiro's only 32. He's not that old.
Yeah, but he's not the best. It's not his best performance.
You know another player that I like a lot, man, who's a middle who plays for Newcastle, Guimaraes.
Yeah, no,
He's fucking good, Guimaraes, man. Richarlison is 27, Rafinha 28, Gabriel Jesus, Anthony, Vini, Rodrigo, Martinelli. Man, they have a good team,
Of
Brazil,
course,
man.
they're always gonna have amazing players, always. But they're lacking in midfield.
No,
They're
because in
lacking
midfield they have Guimaraes, they can use Rafinha as a winger, Rodrigo as a winger, Vini Jr., Martinelli in attack.
Yeah, but
Maybe
you have four attackers
you put
right there.
Casemiro.
Martinelli won't start. Martinelli isn't better than Vini
So
or
you put
Rodrigo or
Rodrigo and
Rafinha.
Vini in the
Rafinha.
and attack, and Rafinha in attack.
Yeah.
In the middle, you put Guimaraes. Yeah, they're lacking a little bit of middle.
Like,
Like
you can-
Fred,
'cause you can
Fabinho.
Nah, they don't have midfields.
Yeah, they don't have midfield. Anthony,
Brazilians don't have midfielders right
Casemiro.
now. Nah,
No, they don't have like a pure midfield.
they don't.
Bruno Guimaraes is the best that they have in.
But still,
midfield.
he's not a top midfielder. He's not.
But they say he's very good, and I watched him play for Newcastle. Man, he's very good, and he's very like physical.
Yeah, but I mean, if you compare him to these other midfielders, he's not the best.
He's not top level.
That's what I'm saying. Brazil right now, their attack is amazing. It's sensational. Maybe you can put Rafinha offensive midfielder easily. Then you have Vini and Rodrigo on the wings. That could be really good. Martinelli, maybe you can put him as striker or whatever, because Martinelli isn't as good as Rodrigo, Vini, or Rafinha. They're better. They're like stars right now from Brazil. Especially Vini and fucking
And
Brazilians.
Savinho.
And Savinho, yeah.
We have Savinho too, man.
Savinho is playing also, but they're all fucking creative wingers. They're all wingers.
Yeah,
they're all
yeah.
wingers,
That's what
right?
yeah, because they like that swag, Brazilians.
They're all
man.
wingers. Like some of them can play.
So they won't win 2026, bro. Their team is not complete.
I mean, they're always top contenders.
They're gonna
to
be
win.
quarterfinal, semifinal,
They're-
but they won't
yeah.
win. You know, it's in 1 year, man.
Yeah, the final.
2025 and 2026
Brazil,
man,
yeah.
it's right around the corner.
Brazil are always going to be top contenders in the World Cup.
Spain
Always.
is gonna win. I don't care. I don't give a shit.
Probably.
I'm a Spain fan. Spain are gonna win.
Probably,
bro.
man.
Gavi, Pedri, Lamine Yamal, man, Nico Williams, Dani
Probably.
Olmo, Rodri, bro.
Pau
I mean,
Cubarsí.
imagine that middle on the Rodri, Gavi, but you have Rodri and Gavi that play the same.
No, Gavi for Barca, he plays more offensive actually for Barca.
Oh,
They
really?
put him more offensive.
So
They
you
put
have,
Pedri,
so you have Gavi,
Casado.
Pedri, Rodri, and if you want also
Casado.
Olmo.
They have Casado, almost more offensive. Casado
But
isn't
you
starting.
put Gavi, Pedri, Rodri, Olmo, and then you put Lamine and
Nico Williams.
Lamine, Nico Williams, and who do you put as a striker? You put like maybe who was in the World Cup? The striker was Morata.
Morata.
That is okay.
Yeah,
it's
I
okay.
mean, that's national team. National teams won't ever be as good as club teams.
And in their
so
defense-
Morata is an okay striker for Nico Williams and Lamine
Spain
Yamal.
are the favorites. I think they're
I
gonna
think
win.
so.
I think they're gonna win.
Yeah,
bro.
I think so. Yeah.
Who's better than Spain?
Right now, they're the best. I think.
Like
They're
if
crazy
World Cup
right now,
starts
Spain.
right now, bro,
Yeah,
Spain's
I
gonna
think-
win, man.
I think
I don't think
they're amongst the
Germany
best.
is gonna win. I don't think Italy is gonna win. I don't think Germany is gonna win. Maybe France have something
France
to
are
say.
always top
but I think
contenders.
they're gonna dip now. I think they're not gonna be as good as 2018, 2022.
I think they could because Mbappe is probably the best player on earth. He's probably the best player. Like he's the best
You
player.
know who could also be very good for a World Cup in England? I
Of
know
course,
they're like a running guy, dude.
Of course,
But when you
yeah.
have Cole Palmer, Phil Foden, Bellingham, man,
no, of
they're
course,
gonna be good, man.
England are probably the best team on paper. On paper, they have the best players. They have
But
fucking
for
everyone.
Euros, they had
But
the best squad.
Of course, like we said, on paper they were the best, but they don't play like the best team because their style of play and their culture, their way of playing isn't the best. And when push comes to shovel, when push comes to shove, and when you have to play, they don't play the best.
You know, Andy, who too could surprise 2026 man, Argentina, man.
Of course, Argentina always.
With the fucking Garnacho and Alvarez and McAllister, man, they're still very good, man. Argentina.
Of course, yeah. But I think Spain, Brazil are always going to be there. There's Spain, there's
You
Brazil,
think
there's
Brazil's the
Argentina,
favorite?
there's France, there's Germany, and there's England. They're always going to be the top contenders, always. Every single World Cup, they're going to be the top contenders.
I think Spain, Argentina, France have the most
France
chance
are there.
of winning.
England are there. England aren't going to win the World Cup, but I mean, just because on paper they're so good, you have to put them there. And Brazil, I think France, Spain, Brazil, and Argentina are the four best teams, national teams in the world.
In a year and a half, man, it's for
Yeah,
FIFA World Cup
2026.
2026 is gonna be the biggest one, man, because of the United States media. Man, it's gonna be the
No,
best
it's not
one.
going to be the biggest one. It's not going to be bigger than Brazil World Cup. There's no way.
2014.
Yeah, there's no way.
I think it's gonna be bigger than that.
It can't. It
How
cannot.
come?
Because it's in Brazil.
But I think like the media coverage is gonna be bigger.
Again, it's America. It's not going to. Believe me,
Okay,
believe
we'll
me.
see.
There was already a World Cup in the United States in the 90s. It was, it's the World
Where
Cup,
was
right?
it?
Huh?
Where was it?
In the States?
In the oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
In the
in
90s.
like the 90, 94 maybe.
Okay.
Something like that. There was a World Cup. I think it's going to be the same because at the end of the day, of course, when the World Cup is going to be here, it's going to be, of course, every World Cup is sensational. It's crazy.
And that's gonna be here in our
Exactly. People don't give a fuck about soccer here.
I know,
they
but
don't.
but look now they're gonna start. They're gonna watch more.
They
I feel
won't.
it. Okay,
Believe
we'll
me,
see,
they
we'll
won't.
see, we'll see.
And even if they do, it's never going to be as much as they do in Brazil.
Okay, we'll see.
Never.
We can agree to disagree.
You think it's going to be bigger than in Brazil?
I think it's gonna be like it's gonna have more views on social and everything than any other World Cup.
Well,
It's gonna have more views.
yeah, but that maybe because there's more social media now. Not because it's if
Maybe
it was somewhere
there's
else.
a factor, but I think it's gonna be like the one that you hear the most talk about than any other one.
I think every World
That
Cup
like
is the same.
I think that's
No
gonna be
matter
more.
where it is. Now, because maybe we don't say the same, because maybe do you think about like the culture and the country's gonna
No,
be?
not
or-
the coach. I'm just saying like it's gonna have the most views. Take it however the fuck you want. It's gonna have the most views across. Like, every match gonna have the most views. It's gonna be the most talked about. Like American sports outlets, like all shows that we know are gonna start talking about it. It's gonna have in the American media. Everyone follows American media. There was Black Lives Matter, and then it was Black Lives Matter all over the world. Because America does it. If they do something in England, like there's something popular, we don't even know about it. We don't give a fuck here. But whatever happens in the States becomes popular in the whole world because everyone follows the States. So if the World Cup is in the States, it's going to be the biggest World Cup.
No, that's
what I think.
In my mind, I don't see no logical reason for it to be the biggest World Cup in the United
Okay,
States.
we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
talk about back in a year and a half.
The States, believe me, even if there's the World Cup, they don't give a fuck about soccer. Like they're not
They're
gonna
gonna
care.
give a fuck. You're gonna see.
There's already, I mean, history repeats itself. There was already a World Cup and didn't really change. That's how I see it. I don't really see it. I mean, when the World Cup was in Brazil, people were just thinking about that. Brazilians were only thinking about that. Only, oh my God, World Cup, football.
I know, but it's Brazil. It's way poorer, man. There's not a lot of media coverage.
But yeah, but at the end
But
of
we'll
the-
see.
yeah.
Look, we can talk about
Yeah.
it for hours, but we'll see. You'll see in 1 year and a half. You're gonna see, man. Like the 2026 World Cup had a big impact on North America. That's what I think.
I think it's gonna
We'll
change
see.
the culture in America.
It's not
North
gonna
America
change, but it's gonna be the biggest event. It's gonna be the
Yeah.
biggest World Cup,
of all time.
the most viewed. It's gonna have the most views and most
yeah.
social media traction.
Yeah, but right now you said it's gonna have a big impact in North America.
It's gonna have like you're gonna see a lot of. I just know when it was FIFA World Cup 2022, a lot of young kids were talking to me about Messi and Ronaldo
Like,
and all that
yeah,
more
right.
than before.
Are you still talking about football right now?
No, they're not. But
Yeah,
when it's gonna
because
be
it's not-
2026, they're
yeah.
gonna talk to me about even more. I feel like.
Yeah, how I see it is when it's happening, it's cool. one day after it's over, they don't give a fuck about it anymore. That's how I see it.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's how I see it. Because during the World Cup, I know many people never even watch football, but it's the World Cup and they talk to me about soccer. But once the tournament is finished, they go back to their ways of I don't give a fuck about soccer and I don't watch anything. That's how I see it. Atletico Madrid are first of the league right now.
Yeah, I
so
know.
for La Liga, I have their standing right now. Atletico Madrid with 19 games. They have 44 points. They're first. Second is Real Madrid with 19 games played, and they have 43 points. And Barca are third with 38 points. 19 games played. 38 points. That's 6 points less than Atletico Madrid, who are first.
They have the same amount of games?
Same amount of games, all three of them.
Gallagher, Julian Alvarez, and Griezmann playing like old.
Yeah, now
I feel like Gallagher is
slept.
playing very good, man, and Alvarez a great signing.
We really slept on Atletico Madrid. I mean, if they can win the league, I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's gonna be.
Barca gonna win it.
I don't know. Right now, they're losing games, man. And,
It's okay, man. But I
in
think
La
at the,
Liga.
end of the, at the end of the year, they're gonna win it.
I hope so. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the goal for
But yeah,
them
we
to win.
slept on Atletico, man. But every couple of years they come and they win the league, man.
Mm-hmm. Arsenal, I mean, very good. Arsenal. Talk about Arsenal.
Yeah, also playing very good.
Luis Diaz. Oh,
Getting
Gakpo.
better.
There's one player, Gakpo, because I remember in the beginning of the season, there was a lot of talks of does he have his place in the team? Where is he going to fit? He has to prove himself. I think so far he proved himself.
Of course, bro. He's one of the
Cody
best
Gakpo,
players.
he proved himself, and now I think that he has his legitimate place in Liverpool, Cody Gakpo. And Luis Diaz also is playing really fucking well
Luis
for
Diaz
Liverpool.
playing crazy good.
I think the entire team of Liverpool are playing really good. That's why I wanted to touch more on
That's why
Liverpool.
I think like what Mo Salah is doing, like it's very good, but I feel like he has such a good team behind him, man.
Of course, you need an
Luis
amazing
Diaz
team.
is playing crazy good. McAllister's playing crazy good.
But
Even fucking that guy from Wales. What's his fuck? I forgot his name.
But where does he play?
The Welsh guy, number 17,
17, Curtis Jones.
Curtis Jones.
He's not Welsh.
He's
He's
not
English.
Welsh, he's English?
Yeah, English.
Okay,
yeah.
he's playing fucking
yeah,
amazing
They're all
too.
playing. Yeah. Sobosai. They're all playing. Gravenberg. Gravenberg. They're all playing
Gravenberch.
really well.
Yeah.
But it's not like Salah is not doing shit, and they're all doing something for him.
No.
He's also playing really fucking well, and he's also playing really fucking well. He's also playing really fucking well. We all play really fucking well.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
at the end of the day, Salah is the main guy. He's a star. It's a sport. It's a team sport, right? You have to have the 11 players who are really fucking well. But like I was saying, I think Cody Gakpo, he proved himself for Liverpool.
Yeah, no, he's
Luis Diaz is really good. The midfield, Sobosai, McAllister, Gravenberch, however you say it, Curtis Jones, they're all playing really fucking well.
Yeah.
Van Dijk, amazing. Also want to say, I looked at my notes now, TAA might have the greatest crosses right now in the world. His
Yeah.
crosses and passes.
Bro, Koundé in the Super Cup of Spain, bro, he had crazy fucking passes, man. Also,
Not like TA.
Not like TA,
Not
bro,
like
but
TA.
Koundé, man, he's such a good player, man.
Yeah, he's amazing. And Koundé, he's jacked.
Yeah, he's jacked,
For a
bro.
soccer player, he's jacked, bro.
Yeah, but he's fucking
built.
good, man.
For a soccer player, man,
Yeah.
I like that. I mean, he's strong, he's fast.
Yeah.
He's
Koundé
an amazing
and
right
Balde
back.
balled out, man, in that game, bro.
Yeah, Balde scored a goal.
Yeah.
Scored a goal, man. And Rafinha's header was amazing.
Yeah.
Rafinha
The pass
just
from Koundé.
Yeah.
The pass from Koundé was amazing,
yeah, of
bro.
course, man. Yeah.
Man, I pray to the football lords that we get Barcelona versus Liverpool UCL final, man. That I'm gonna watch that game like a motherfucker, man.
That
And
would
that's
be-
gonna be so good.
Yeah.
I don't know who wins.
That would be the best. I think
That's the
if I
best
had-
game.
If I listen to my heart, I want Barca to win. But if I have to put money, I put money on Liverpool. Like if I have to
Sure,
put money,
sure, but
someone puts a
Barca
gun in my
could
head.
win.
Yeah, they could, of course. It's very fucking close.
Yeah.
But if I have to put money, and then I'm like, okay, let me choose who has the more probabilities. I think Liverpool.
They have a little bit more complete team
Yeah.
because the goaler is better. Their back
defense line is
a little
better. Midfield, you can argue that they're pretty
Fuck.
similar because the midfield
The
of
attack, I think Barca has a better attack, and even midfield, I think, man.
But even there, the midfield it's very tight, and the attack it's not like Barca has a. It's very similar.
Yeah.
I mean, Lamine Yamal, Salah,
But Lamine Yamal is the
Rafinha.
best player of that game. He's the best.
Of who,
bro.
Barca or?
If Barca Liverpool play, Lamine is the best player on the field.
I mean, there's Rafinha and Salah.
I know, but I think he's better than them.
I think now
But
Salah is better.
That would be such a good game,
But
man.
like I was saying, then you have Luis Diaz. It's not like Luis Diaz is maybe as good as Rafinha. Luis Diaz is amazing and sensational. Cody Gakpo, amazing. I mean, that team is very fucking close. But if I have to put money, and also the goalkeeper is way better for Liverpool.
Yeah.
If I have to put money, I put money on Liverpool.
But that would
for
be an
game.
amazing game. I pray
Oh,
to the Lord
amazing.
that that's
Yeah.
the UCL final, man.
No, I would prefer a UCL final of Real Madrid and Barca just so Barca fucking abuse them again. Because every single El
That would be
Clasico
good,
this year,
man.
every single El Clasico this year, they fucking destroyed Real Madrid. Right now,
They have their number right now.
right now
man.
it's what? 8-4? 9-4? It's 9-2. 9-2 for Barca.
Yeah.
4-0 the
4-0,
first El
5-2.
Clasico. Now 5-2. It's 9-2 for Barca so far.
Yeah, no, they're killing them, man, right now.
Oh my god! And the first El Clasico in the La Liga, the game, it was amazing for Barca. But this Super Cup final, bro, I think
They have
God,
their number.
I think God wanted to humble Barca, and that's why they gave a red card to Szczesny. That's why he did the foul. It was a red card, if a clear red card. But like I said, if Szczesny wouldn't have gotten a red card, it would have been 7-1 for Barca. Bro,
They were killing them.
They just weren't stopping, bro. They weren't stopping, man. It was, it was so fun to see. I was screaming the entire time. So now I want to touch on. Oh, and also Pulisic. Pulisic. I mean, I always hated on him a little bit. The reason why, because Americans boosted him, fucking calling him the LeBron James of soccer, and whatever. But he's amazing. Him and Leao are the two best players at AC Milan. He deserves his flowers also. Christian Pulisic, he's really good. AC Milan aren't the best team, but they have their players. Pulisic and Leao are playing.
Yeah, man,
playing really well.
they have their spot there.
Yeah, of course. And one thing, now this is a take that I want that I think maybe is true. You know, in basketball, who would you say is the player who had the biggest impact on the game, who changed the game the most? Steph Curry?
Recently, Steph Curry.
Yeah.
As he changed how you play the game.
Do you know who I think had the biggest impact and the biggest change, who had the biggest change in the game of football?
Recently?
All time. You like, believe me, you won't guess what I'm gonna say.
No, I know, but that's what I'm trying to think. I don't want to say Messi because that's too evident.
Not even Messi. Someone, in my opinion, I think maybe had the biggest impact in the game of football of all time. No.
You played for AC Milan?
No. I think he had
Don't say it. Give me hints.
Okay, listen.
Let's play a game. Give me hints.
Of course, listen. So, I'm not 100% sure on this take, but in my mind, it makes a lot of fucking sense. And I didn't think about it long enough, but from now, I think it's true. And I think it's real. It's a fact. He played for Bayern Munich.
Recently?
Yeah.
He played for Bayern Munich.
I think this player...
Is he Dutch?
I think this player had the biggest... He changed the game the most.
In football history?
In football history.
Is he Dutch?
No.
Is he French?
No. He's from a top country. He's from a top country.
He played in the 2000s.
Yeah.
For Bayern.
Yeah. 2010s also. 2020s also.
Schweinsteiger?
No. Ask me more questions.
No, give me hints.
No,
Which position did he play?
No, I cannot say
because
that.
That's too... he's a defensive.
No. Listen.
He's a striker.
Listen. Let me give you hints. He's very good with his feet, and he shouldn't. He shouldn't be. But he's very good with his feet.
Like to dribble?
To do anything.
Man, when I think about the best player in the 2000s, it's Ribéry and Robben that played for Bayern. But it's not them.
No.
Like, they didn't change football.
This player, believe me, now the more I think about it, I think he's...
Tell me.
He's the player who changed the game the most.
Tell me in one aspect, how did he change the game?
Every other player does it now. Like literally every other player. Not 90%, not 95%, not 99.999%. 100% of players who play the same position as him do it now. Play the same type as him.
Philipp Lahm?
No.
Because he revolutionized the fullback position.
Someone revolutionized his position even more than Philipp Lahm, even more than Messi, even more than Xavi Iniesta, even more than Thierry Henry, even more than Didier
Let me think. Don't say it. I want to
believe me.
But that Philipp Lahm was a good guess because he's like the first like fullback that went offensive as Philipp Lahm.
Yeah. He changed the game maybe for 50% for right backs. This player changed the game 100%.
So he's a right back?
No.
You see, Philipp Lahm changed for 50% of right backs.
Let's say this guy is 100%.
But right, that he's like the first a fullback that went to attack a lot.
Who can play defensive midfielder also, and
attack,
you can see Dani Alves maybe also a little bit. Of course, I agree. This guy even more. You'll never think about him, but when I'll say his name, you're gonna say, "Holy fucking shit!" Yes, you won't disagree. It's impossible. If you know football just a little bit.
In which year did he play? Did he play under Pep? Oh, is it fucking Thiago Alcantara?
Nope. Not even close. No. No one changed the game of football as much as him.
Which national country does he play for?
Germany. Every single player in that position does it now. Every single player.
Mesut Ozil?
Nope.
He didn't play for Bayern?
Nope.
Khedira?
Nope.
He played for Germany?
Yeah.
In the attack?
Nope.
Striker?
I don't know.
Winger?
No. Manuel fucking Neuer.
Okay, for goaler.
Every goalkeeper plays like Manuel Neuer now. Every single goalkeeper. They all play the same type of goalkeeper as Manuel Neuer. Every single goalkeeper. They all go... Now, every single goalkeeper, when he has to get out of his box to defend, he does it. When the ball, like Szczesny did, that's why he got a red card.
Yeah.
Every single goalkeeper does that. Every single goalkeeper right now plays more with the ball. No one revolutionized football as much as Manuel Neuer.
Okay, no, but for his position.
Of course.
Yeah. Every single for the game of football.
No, but I mean, Philip Lahm can only revolutionize the game as a right back
for
position.
Right backs, yeah.
No one had a bigger impact for his position
than Manuel Neuer. Yeah. Okay.
Every single goalkeeper right now plays like Manuel Neuer.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Every single goalkeeper.
But is that him or is it like?
It's him. It's him.
Like he invented that.
He invented that. Before,
like fucking Steph Curry, man, in the NBA, man. But he changed the league for the worse. You know how NBA sucks right now?
Everyone shoots now.
He like the league now, like the ratings are disgusting. Like not even me, like no one watches NBA right now, man.
Mm-hmm.
Even it gets to the series, man, because everyone is just always shooting threes. I don't know. I think NBA is a sport that can maybe die, man. There's no
die.
I mean, the ratings have plummeted by like 50% in the recent years.
50%?
Like there's 50% less viewers. Like there was a peak when it was Golden State versus Cleveland Cavaliers, because for 4 years in a row in the finals, it was Golden State versus Cavaliers. It was LeBron versus Steph and KD. So it was exciting. But after then, every year, less. And now it's like down by 50% from that time. So there's half as less people watching the NBA right now.
50%,
because
that's outrageous.
Everyone is just jacking threes.
That's outrageous.
Because with analytics,
50%.
Because with analytics, they said, like, fuck it, just take the ball. Don't use the whole 24 seconds you have in the zone and just like take up a couple, shoot. Even if you don't get it, it's okay. Like we have more time, you can get the ball back and shoot again, and it's more efficient. Like with they checked it with analytics, but it's so stupid now, man. Every team, every game, there's like 50 threes being shot.
Everyone's shooting threes.
Everyone's shooting threes now.
Even centers are shooting
Everyone
threes.
is shooting threes.
Yeah, so like a little comparison. Let's say before, when would a center shoot a three?
Never, man.
Never. But with Steph Curry, now they shoot threes.
Yeah, she changed it, but I think now it's for the worse now.
Yeah, well, of course, if it's down 50 fucking percent, half. Of course, it's for the worst. I mean, 50%. That's all. Like, if you would have said 20%, that's a fucking lot. 1/5, but 50, that's outrageous. And like for goalkeepers, before you would never pass the ball to the goalkeeper for him to keep the ball with his feet and then make plays. But with Manuel Neuer, now everyone does it.
Is that a Manuel Neuer thing or German thing?
Neuer
like
thing. It's a Neuer thing.
Yeah,
it's a Neuer thing. Like Neuer, I remember he was like the first goalkeeper. We're like, what the fuck is he doing so up front? Because he's the goalkeeper with the most balls. Yeah. Like he used to go up front and not give a fuck. But he's also probably the greatest goalkeeper of all time.
I think he may be the GOAT.
Him and Buffon are like the two greatest goalkeepers of all time.
Yeah.
But he revolutionized that position so much that
I think for me, Buffon is the GOAT.
Think so?
I don't know why.
No, I think Buffon maybe as a goalkeeper. I don't know. I think Neuer, because Neuer
or Buffon.
Neuer is more cool as a goalkeeper.
I was gonna say
because
Buffon.
The way he plays.
I was gonna say Buffon is more cool.
Buffon maybe because
he's like a real goalkeeper.
No, Buffon is more cool in the way that like he's better looking and he's Italian and he's like the classical goalkeeper.
Yeah.
When it comes to playing style, Neuer is very confident and like a risk taker, and he has big balls when he plays.
I was just saying that because right, like he looks good. He's Italian.
He's like the classical.
He has a nice hair.
Yeah, Neuer's like this German, like Nazi fucking looking motherfucker. But when it comes to playing style, he's the coolest goalkeeper I ever saw. But he's cool on the ball. I feel like he doesn't have pressure. He gets the ball, bro. Like once there was like a cross, and first touch, he just like midair and gave it to the right back. Even the coach, the manager of the other team was like, the fuck just happened? Like a goalkeeper did that, and to have the balls to do that, I think like he revolutionized the game so much. Just like Steph Curry, you're saying that fucking everyone's shooting threes now. What's happening in the NBA right now?
I don't
Who's
even
the best
watch
player?
it. I don't watch
Wemby?
it. They say Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Yeah, he's Canadian. Like I saw like they did the All-Star voting and he has the most votes.
Really? And he's Canadian?
Yeah, he's Canadian.
Where's he from?
He's from Canada.
about-
Maybe close to Toronto.
Okay, yeah.
So it's somewhere over
Really? I
there.
didn't know. He plays for OKC?
OKC, but
Yeah.
OKC have a great team, but I don't watch that much, man, because it's boring to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And that's true, man. Everyone's just jacking threes, and the viewership is down so much, man. Like right now in North America, man, like NFL is killing the other sports right now.
Yeah, well, I can only imagine.
It's killing them.
NBA was always second, right, in America?
No, I know, but now like NFL was always king, but NHL, NBA, and MLB,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
they're losing every year viewership, and NFL is just having more and more viewership.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
NFL,
NFL is king, bro.
I mean,
But
honestly.
more than before. Like
Yeah.
they're taking away the viewers on those sports.
Yeah. Because NFL right now is nice, right?
It's cool. It's cool, but like I don't understand, man. But I guess it's like that. There's like ups and downs for every sport.
Because I think NFL, like you said, was always king in America.
Yeah, North America.
And I think, like, in my opinion, I only watch European football the most. Like, I follow European football. But my favorite sport to watch, other than European football in American sports, I prefer watching NFL than NBA.
I don't know why
I
it's so
prefer watching.
entertaining.
It's more. It's funner to watch.
It's entertaining. I don't know why, man. The way they film it, the way the animation. I don't know why, man. It's just entertaining as
like
fuck.
the funnest sport to watch, American sport, is NFL.
By
It's
far.
the funnest sport
By
to
far,
watch.
yeah,
Even me,
yeah.
who's not a big American sports guy, I'm only like European football.
Yeah.
But when I have to watch the Super Bowl or the NBA championship finals, whatever, I'm choosing Super Bowl every
Yeah,
day of the
for
week.
sure.
I think I feel like it's way more funner, and maybe because I love team sports, and in general, everyone loves team sports more than individual sports. And NBA, it's more like hockey. You know, it's 5 versus 5, and I mean, one player can almost change the game completely. Just one player. But I feel like NFL is closer to football, European football,
Yep.
in terms of. There's a big team, 11 players. There's 11 offensive players and 11 defensive players for American
No,
football.
I think there's more than
12?
that. Yeah,
No,
11 or
on the
12,
field.
11 or 12. something
Yeah,
like
11 or
that.
12. But it's like, it's more entertaining because it's a team sport and it's really like two teams going to war.
Yeah.
It's like, I think that's why. And for the NFL right now, so are you still backing up Kansas Chiefs to win the Super Bowl?
I think so, man.
Yeah?
I think so, man.
Okay, let's say Chiefs, they get kicked out. Who's the second team?
I think Bills or Lions.
Buffalo Bills?
Bills, Lions, Ravens. There's only in my head there's 5 teams that can win it. Eagles, Lions, Chiefs, Bills, Ravens. It's one of those 5 teams. But now we're down to what? To 6? No, we're down to. There's 4 games, so we're down to 8 teams.
Mm-hmm.
So Chiefs versus Houston. Chiefs are gonna beat them. Then it's Bills versus Ravens. That's the best game because you have Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. That they're both in the MVP conversation. Like they both had the best season. I think Lamar's gonna win it again, but they were both both
Lamar
the best
and
players and Josh
Allen, yeah,
from Bills, and they're playing Sunday night. I hope that Lamar is gonna win, but maybe Allen can win. It's going to be Allen versus Patrick Mahomes at Kansas City, though. I think if you like, my heart wants like
Ravens.
you for Liverpool and Barca. My heart wants either Bills, Ravens, or Lions. But if I need to put money, I'm going to put Chiefs.
Yeah, always a fucking Chiefs, man.
Yeah.
Always. But for NFL, I know Josh Allen won the MVP, right?
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Never
Who won?
it. Lamar Jackson last year.
No, but who won for this season? It's not yet
They
given.
didn't say it yet. But either Lamar or Josh Allen.
Okay, but because I hear like many people on social media say, "Yo, Lamar should win." Like, what the fuck, Josh Allen?
Lamar should win it. He has
In
better
your opinion,
stats. Yeah? He has better
better
stats.
QB?
He has more passing yards, rushing yards, more. He has more passing yards, rushing touchdown, passing touchdown, less interceptions.
Okay, but so why isn't Pat Mahomes the best player?
Because he didn't have a good season. But he's the best player. Everyone knows
Okay.
like he's the best player.
Okay, so it's like, let's say
like
when
LeBron
Modric
James.
won 2018, we still know Messi's still the best player, but Modric won the
Had the best
Ballon d'Or.
season.
Okay, yeah. And okay, so even though like you said he didn't have the best season, you still think they're gonna win.
But look,
the Super Bowl.
they only lost 1 game this year.
Okay, so it's good.
And like when it gets to the playoffs, like there's something in football like that
Killer
happens.
instinct.
There's like if there's 2 minutes left, like I don't know who like man Chiefs are gonna win it because it's gonna come down to a couple of minutes and he's gonna do something to win it because he has that clutch gene in him like Tom Brady, bro. Like it was the same. Like there was 1 minute left, Tom Brady has the ball. Like I can watch it, but it's not gonna change a thing. He's gonna drive and win.
I think with Tom Brady, because I watched recently like a little documentary on Tom Brady, and I fell in love with his mentality. Like when he did like a 5.2 in the 40-yard dash. He wasn't athletic. I mean, 5.2 in a 40-yard dash, that's fucking slow. Yeah. That's very slow. Yeah. He's not athletic. He wasn't the best thrower, whatever. But when you see him, when you see his mentality, he's a winner. Yeah. He doesn't give a fuck.
Pat Mahomes is a winner. Like Pat Mahomes, that's it. He's a winner. Like
he has the same mentality.
He has the same mentality, bro. Like they just win. Like this year, like last year, people are like, oh, they're not that good. They lost a couple of games. He comes to the playoff, win. This year, they won a lot of games. Like by like people say, oh, they're lucky. They should have lost that one. They should have lost that one. That one, they won. The guy kicked. It hit the post, went in, and like there's honestly, I saw like there was like 4 or 5 games that won. It was like at the end of the last play, and it was luck, but it's not luck, man. Like they always win.
Of course, if you do it more than once, it's not luck.
No, they always win because they know how to win.
And Tom Brady, what I really loved about Tom Brady, it's his mentality. And I think, like we said, I'm pretty sure we already said it, but in football, American football, QB is by far the most important position. Yep. And I think in every sport, no position is as impactful as a QB is.
But look, it's as easy as this. Like, you know, in football, there's divisions. There's 4 divisions per conference, like AFC, NFC. And every conference has their divisions. This year, it's like that every year. The winner of the division has the best quarterback in the division. Mm-hmm. It's as simple as that. And now, look, the teams that are remaining is because they have the best quarterbacks. There's just Joe Burrow that's not there this year. But
he's one of the best quarterbacks.
But like he plays in a division as Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson is better than Joe Burrow. So Lamar, he won his division. He's the best quarterback. Yeah. Josh Allen won his division. He's the best quarterback. Patrick Mahomes won his division. Like, so in football, you need to get one of the best quarterbacks, and then you have a chance at winning. If you don't have one of the best, you cannot even get there. It's rare. It happens once every 10 years. Let's say like Joe Flacco won it. Yeah. But usually, like you look at the beginning of the year, because how it works is if you win your division, you automatically make the playoffs.
Okay, yeah.
And then they take the 4 winners of the division plus 2 wild card. No, plus 4, 3, 2 wild card. No, how many wild cards? 3 wild cards. Yeah, so 2 versus 6. 3 versus 5, yeah.
And for the wild cards...
2 versus 7, sorry. So they take 3 wild cards.
3. And how many of those go to the playoffs, of those 3?
So the winner of the divisions automatically make the playoffs. 4? And then the 3 best...
Who didn't win
the division, the 3 best records. And then 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6, 4 versus 5. But you see now, like, all the QBs, like, now it was the first round of the playoffs. Every team that won is because they had the better QB.
Of course, I mean...
It's that impactful.
The QB position is the most, like, impactful position in all sports, I think. Because he touches the ball every single time and he leads the offense in football 100%. Like, the ball has to go through him. So I think, like, a QB position is really fucked up. Yeah. I think you have to have a crazy mentality for that position. Like, a very good killer instinct mentality to be that position. I think that's what Tom Brady had. I feel like
the best, yeah.
Like there's a video when he was at Tampa Bay and you hear him screaming, I left my fucking wife and my children to win this championship. Like, what the fuck is going on? And you know, Gronk and Edelman, they have a podcast.
Yeah. And it's a good podcast.
Yeah, I love it.
I like their podcast.
I mean, good. They go very well together. Yeah. And Gronk is always nice. Edelman is also a really nice guy. And Gronk was like, yo, my rookie year, Tom Brady was on my ass, man. He wouldn't leave me alone. Like,
because
like
it's Gronk, greatness in him.
Yeah, of course. He's like, Gronk, the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, and even if I didn't know Antonio Brown was that talented.
Yeah, talk about crazy talented.
Really?
But he's a little bit fucked up.
Yeah, I saw the shit that he did, like with girls or whatever.
I don't know.
Like with massage parlors or whatever.
I don't know.
But like, I didn't like the Gronk and Edelman and another guy were talking about Antonio Brown. They're like, bro, that guy was so fucking good. But like his mind wasn't there. And they said like Edelman said, yo, Brady wanted Antonio Brown like to be so good. He was like, bro, what do you need? Like, do you need food? I'll give you my food. Do you need like a house to stay? Come stay at my place.
You up. Yeah,
come pick me. I don't care. But I didn't know Antonio Brown was that good.
Yeah, man, he could have been one of the greatest receivers of all time.
Really?
Yeah, man, he was so good, but he was like crazy a little bit.
So he didn't accomplish.
He didn't accomplish as much as he should have. I think he never won a Super Bowl, I think.
Will he go down as the greatest, one of the greatest?
One of the most talented.
Okay, but not one of the greatest?
Not one of the greatest, but he didn't win anything.
Yeah, but that podcast, I think it's Dudes on Dudes.
Yeah, that's
the name. That's a good podcast. That's like
so good.
Both of them are funny.
Yeah, I followed it recently, Dudes on Dudes.
Is it a new podcast, do you know?
I think so, yeah.
I think it's a new podcast,
yeah. Very recent, yeah.
Okay, so now for UFC 311. So I'm gonna say every matchup, every fight, and you tell me who you think is gonna win. Okay. So first one
Main
is
card.
yeah, of the main card. Yeah. Renier the Ritter versus Kevin Holland.
I don't know that one. That's the fight that I know the least. But they say that the Ritter guy is good. But I'll say Kevin Holland because he's a good UFC vet and he wins. He wins and he's a dog man. He's tough. And I'll say Kevin Holland.
I'll say
it's a safe pick.
I'll say the Ritter just because you said Kevin Holland.
Okay, sure.
Benay
Benil
Dariush
Dariush.
and Renato Moicano.
I'll say Benil Dariush. Like Moicano, he's very hype live. He won a lot of matches and like he's funny on the mic. People like him. But Benil Dariush, like I think he's part of that top tier of UFC fighters. But hey, if Moicano wins, then he's gonna be a top tier lightweight. But I don't think so. I think Dariush is gonna win.
Do you know where Dariush is from?
I think he's from like Iran, but he's American.
Okay, yeah.
He's American.
Yeah. And Moicano, Brazilian?
He's Brazilian. Yeah.
Brazilian? Okay. Jiri Prochaka,
Yuri
Prohaka, and Jamal Hill.
Yuri Prohashka and
Where's
Jamal
he from?
Hill. From Czech.
Czech, okay, yeah.
And Jamal Hill.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think both those guys, like, it's like a stupid fight because Pereira killed them both. So I think it's like
Yeah, light heavyweight.
I'll say Yuri, but it's not that exciting fight.
Okay. Merab how say
Dvalishvili.
Dvalishvili or Umar Nurmagomedov.
You know he's the cousin of Khabib.
Yeah, he told me. Yeah,
Umar,
well,
man.
same last name.
I think Umar is gonna win.
Really? They're
Umar is so
bantamweight.
good.
Well, bantamweight, that's below lightweight, right?
135.
135. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Because man,
that's light.
Umar, man, he has crazy wrestling, crazy grappling, but he has insane striking and kicking, man.
Really?
Yeah, insane kicking.
Better than wrestling?
And you will watch him fight, you wouldn't believe he's a Dagestani because his striking and kicking, it's like if he's like a fucking like a
American.
Like no, not even American. They're more like wrestlers. He's like a fucking like a Adesanya, man. He's so creative with his kicks and
really?
punches, and he's a good grappler, and he's a good like his.
He's
grappling,
also undefeated.
His grappling and wrestling is not as good as Makhachev or Khabib, but his kicking and striking is way better than Khabib's and Islam's.
Yeah. I think out of those three, Khabib had the best wrestling by far. Not by far, maybe,
No,
but
look,
I think he had
Khabib
the best
is the
wrestling.
best out of those three.
Yeah.
Is because Khabib's grappling and wrestling was so goddamn good that he would just rely on that, even if it's MMA. Like sometimes you have specialists like Adesanya. His wrestling and jiu-jitsu is not that good, but he was such a good striker that he could beat even those wrestlers. Khabib, his grappling was so good that he could just rely on that, but he's not that complete, Khabib, because his striking is not that good.
Yeah, of course I saw it.
His striking is like robotic.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's not a shit, but it's not
shit,
good.
Like, of course not. He's very good striking.
Yeah.
Where like he's fucking
He was
world
better
class.
than, of course.
Better than
But
anyone.
compared to these other fighters,
compared
it's not
to
the best.
To the other world class,
Yeah.
but Umar striking, you like because when you think of Dagestani, you just think of like
Wrestling.
tough motherfucker with the
Ground
big
and
beard,
pound.
big beard, no mustache, like
Buzz
Allah,
cut.
inshallah,
Yeah.
and just
Allah, of course.
and just wrestle and grapple.
Yeah.
But you see him is like he's like so bouncy
Yeah.
and like crazy kicks and crazy strikes. Man, you're like, how the fuck is this guy Dagestani? But I like him a lot, Umar. I think he's gonna beat him, man.
Yeah, but I think for MMA, I think that if you're so dominant in wrestling, there's nothing you can do. Because wrestling, it's ugly to watch. It's not aesthetically pleasing. It's not pleasing to the eye, but it's so dominant. Because if you just take him and just fucking take him to the ground and start pounding on him, well, what can you do?
There's nothing you can do.
There's nothing you can do.
You control
That's
the other
Habib.
man. You control the other man, yeah.
Let me ask you a question. If Habib would have stayed and never would have retired, could he have finished as the GOAT of the sport?
He could have.
Above GSP and John Jones?
He could have.
You think so?
But yeah, he could have because I think he would have gone undefeated.
You don't see.
I think even now, if he would lose all his weight, I don't think no one beats him.
I think-
because his grappling entry is so retardedly good.
I know.
It's so retardedly good.
I think he's the most dominant UFC fighter of all
Like they
time.
even say like a Makhachev, he's like he's the number one pound for pound. You know
yeah.
Makhachev.
Yeah.
But in the weight room, Khabib fucks him.
Oh, of course.
In grappling.
Any day of the week, bro, I think he fucks him. Even
He beats him grappling,
Even
bro.
now, Habib right now is easily 210.
Yeah,
Easily.
he's humongous.
Yo, he's huge. Like he's 5'10" height, but he's made huge. He has a big head, like big arms. He's made huge.
Yeah.
And now he took on some pounds because he doesn't train as much
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
eats what he wants. Burger, brother, with Coca-Cola. You know, he likes to eat. I think he would.
You know the Squid Game meme you sent me, Andre?
Oh yeah, that's fucking funny. brother, what are you talking
Let
about,
him
brother?
shoot, brother.
Let him shoot, brother.
Did you check his grappling, brother?
Wait, let me see how old. Habib is 36. Okay, he could still dominate.
But no, he's past 35. He's old now, but he retired at 32, man. He could have been one of the GOATs, but hey, he retired and that's what it is, man. So.
In sports, I think from 28 to 33, 4, you're the
Five.
best. 30, I think you're the
28 to
best.
35, you're at your best.
27 to 35, I think you're at your peak. So really, if Habib was, bro, he was so dominant.
He would have been the GOAT.
Did he only lose one round in his entire
Yeah,
career?
they said that versus McGregor, he lost one round, but I rewatched that round. It was.
He didn't really lose.
I think he was just taking a round off before fucking him.
when they stood up, like
It was like the third
stand up.
round. They said the third round
stand up.
McGregor bought, but in the fourth he choked him out.
Yeah,
so
he choked him
I think
the
he was just taking a
fuck
round out.
Yo, the first 2 rounds he was grounding and pounding the shit out of his ass, bro. Okay, now for the main event, Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan.
I think like they already fought once. That's the second one. They fought once when they were both younger. It was a very good fight. Like Tsarukyan, he's like from Armenia, very good wrestler, very good striker, very good grappling, very good striker. And I think now he's better. But I watched an interview recently. And I think that Islam is right. Like he hasn't evolved as a fighter. He's the same fighter he is, just better, but he doesn't have like new skills. But Islam, man, he has a lot of better skills, man. He fucking head kick knocked out Volkanovski.
Yeah.
His striking is way better, man. I think Islam is gonna beat him, and Khabib is gonna coach them. He's gonna coach Umar and Islam back to back.
Umar
they're both
Islam,
winning.
yeah.
They're both winning.
You think so?
Yeah, of course, bro.
I think now there's gonna be like a wave of Dagestani fighters being just fucking crazy in the UFC.
Khabib said it recently. Like, there's a lot of MMA promotions in the world, and a lot of MMA promotions in the world, they don't even want to take Dagestani fighters anymore
It's too much.
because they're killing them too much.
But when you think about it, rationally, if you think about the world, where is the country that's the most known as for having fucked up people, like tough people? Russia.
Yeah, Russia. Yeah,
Russia.
Yeah, Russia.
And then so now we went into Russia.
Because they're not like, you can see like life is hard in India, but like look at Indian people.
Yeah, they're not tough. They're not known for being tough. Maybe they're tough mentally because they have a shitty life and whatever.
But they're not tough physically. Like
Russians are known for, yo, bro, you don't want to fuck with Russians, right? No one says, oh, bro, you don't want to fuck with Indians. No one thinks about, you don't want to fuck with Indians. Like, what the fuck were you Indian? Shut the fuck up. But you don't want to fuck with Russians because they're known for being bad motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Slavics, because they're Muslim, but they're Slavic.
Yeah.
They're Russian Slavic.
Yeah.
And Russian Slavic are fucked up people. We're from Serbia originally. We know how Serbians are. Russia is even more fucked up. And then when you think about Russia, in the entire Russia, where they're from, Dagestan, and Chechnya, whatever, is the most fucked up places in the most fucked up country. So, and then you have crazy people. I mean, they're good people, not crazy mentally.
They're good.
They're very
crazy.
humble, very good people.
Yeah.
But when they have to fight, they're fucking crazy.
They're animals.
When they have to do their shit.
But you know what, too? Like, I saw another podcast recently. They asked, like, a BJJ legend, what do you think, like, they're the best? He just said because they train the most and they're the most disciplined. It's as easy as that. There's no secret.
Of course.
There's no secret to their success. They're more disciplined. They train the most. And how can you beat a guy if he lives in the gym?
You cannot. It's impossible. If you don't live also in the gym,
you wouldn't
it's
even
impossible.
like living their life.
Of course.
They just train and eat and train and eat and pray and train and eat and pray and train. Like, what the fuck?
They don't even have sex.
That's a stupid life.
I'm sure they don't even have, I'm sure they're the type of
It's
people.
like, brother, fuck a little, brother. Go and fuck a little.
I'm very sure they only have sex when it's time to reproduce. Oh, we need
more
we need
killer.
kid. Okay, go have sex.
Brother, we need more UFC champions.
There's
brother.
no such thing as sex for fun.
You wouldn't like to live their life. It's a crazy life.
Of
I'm
course,
sure they live
who
like
would?
a boring life.
Of course. There's like,
must be boring,
I
bro.
saw a podcast. I'm from Bosnia or Serbia, and they're like there's a guy saying like, yo, why do Dagestanis have the fires they do? Why don't we have? They have mountains. We have mountains. They have this. I'm like, it's not because they have fucking mountains or because they're from Russia. It's because they live a lifestyle that if a guy from fucking Quebec was to live the same lifestyle, he would be as fucking dominant. Yeah. But no one in Quebec lives that fucking lifestyle because that's lifestyle. That's an animal lifestyle.
Oh, that's like, an animal. That's a possessed. You're like a possessed human. You just want they live and breed to kill people in the octagon.
That's it.
But they're not even crazy. You know, like you would think they're crazy. They're not crazy. No. They're just obsessed with that shit, bro.
I know that. I mean,
you see them talk. They're like, yeah, brother, I smashed this guy. I killed this guy. I become champion, UFC champion. Like you hear them all talk. They're all like this, and they're all, you know, like people. They have like suits and fancy. They're just like me.
Tracksuits.
And they talk to me. Yes, I killed this guy. I smashed this guy. I'll be UFC champion in a couple of years. They all talk like that. They're all just like fucking obsessed in the mind, bro.
I know.
And they even when they win, they're not that happy. They're like, okay, yes, brother.
Like, bro,
yes, brother. Did you check his grappling?
Did you check his grappling, brother? But brother, this doll have good shooting, but nobody check grappling. Nobody check grappling. Now people are gonna be like, yo, what meme are they talking about? But we know what. But no, I mean, you cannot compete with people who their life, like
Michael Jordan, he was obsessed and you cannot
of course.
beat him. You cannot
how
beat
can
him.
how can McGregor compete with them when McGregor he goes to clubs,
It's impossible.
snorts cocaine, he has fun,
But even
tattoos,
American fighters,
this, that,
even
whatever.
American fighters,
How can you compete with fighters who
even American
they
fighters
don't-
who aren't McGregor, like they like to go out with the wife, like me and you. Like I understand
That's their
them.
culture, of course.
I would do like them.
Of course.
What the fuck?
No, believe me.
I want to
Hey,
enjoy my
no,
life. I'm not crazy like
Believe
Dagestani.
me, if someone asked me, would you rather be Conor McGregor or the Habib Nurmagomedov, I would say Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Habib, of course, he's way better than McGregor as a fighter. But
I would
to
never
have
live
their
their life.
lifestyle, I wouldn't live Habib's
No,
lifestyle.
that's too crazy.
Not going to clubs, not having fun. You're a fucking celebrity, you have money. Give me Conor McGregor's lifestyle any day of the week. What
Or
the
just
fuck?
like a normal human being lifestyle. Like
course.
they
I mean,
go
it's
to
not
the
even-
restaurant with the wife, have a little fun. No, they just train all day, man.
But I mean, that's all. That's the only thing they know. That's how
the only
they.
thing they
That's
know.
how they grew up. That's how they
have
live.
fun, I think they have fun. That's like, let's have fun. Let's go to the gym, train 4 hours. We're gonna
And then
have fun.
let's have supper together, talk, and we pray. We pray.
And be
then
ready
let's
for
go sleep.
tomorrow.
And let's be ready for tomorrow.
No, I swear that's how they have fun.
Of course. There's like, I mean, McGregor, he goes out with his friends. Okay, now let's drink this. Let's go to the club. Let's find this bitch. Let's have fun.
No,
I mean,
no.
that's the Western society that we live in, that we know, that we grew up in, that our fathers grew up in. That I mean, that's just how it is
99% of people grew up
in the Western world. Of course. I mean, how can you even?
Okay.
That was it, guys.